Mark, we've known each other for a while now, and the more I'm around you, the more I realize what it means to be an American hero and an American patriot, which you excel in both of those. And that's something that I try to emulate. So that's why I wanted you here to share a message with myself and my subscribers on what July 4th means to someone like you.
And it's been an honor to have your friendship, Charles, and everybody that listens in on on your supporters and your people that follow you. But this is a special day. It should be celebrated. I mean, really, it should be celebrated every day. And that's the birth of this country and what that really meant. It's not just then, but now. I mean, the birth of the country at that time in 1776, we sit back and think about what was going on in the world if you study history. And almost every country, at least every modern country, was ran by a dictator or a king or queen. The people didn't have a voice. And America, the founding of America, giving the world a place of freedom, a place to come to be a part of, where you don't have to be like everybody else. You don't have to answer to the king or queen that is sitting on the throne, the supreme leader, whoever he may think he is. And to think that a group of people, because when we look back at that, there was only about 3% of the population that fought in the Revolutionary War to make this country, and then even a lesser percent that were the leaders of that, that were the brain trust, so to speak, behind that. And to think that they had the vision and the fortitude and forethought to bring forth a constitution that allows everyone to be free. Now, we get a lot of times during this, especially in the last year or so, we get a lot of people that say that it wasn't fair for everybody. It wasn't equal for everybody. Well, it's not. And life isn't going to be equal for us all, but we all have equal opportunity. And we're never going to be perfect, as Jesus Christ said. That's why we have him, and that's why he died on the cross for us. But it's the idea of becoming perfect, or at least striving toward that goal, instead of accepting mediocrity. And that's what we had, a group of people that were willing to sacrifice everything to have a place where everybody in the world could have a freedom of speech, a freedom to protect themselves, a freedom from government intrusion, over government intrusion. And when I sit back and think about that, I think about all the men and women of this country who have given their life and sacrificed so much blood for that ideology. I can do nothing but smile, for one, to honor them that they did do that, because they did it out of the love of the country and love of the people to their left and right. And that there's people willing to do that for people who disagree with them. I think about it especially on the 4th, is, the sacrifices that I've made, that my family has made, that my brothers and sisters have made. It's not just for those that agree with us. It's also for those who have a different of opinion than us and are able to say it. And which means that if I have a difference of opinion, that it should be respected as well. And that's not America if we don't have that. And that's how special this day is. I mean, it's celebrating the flag, it's celebrating family, celebrating those that have gone, those those that have sacrificed, both civilians and military, to have a country that allows us to be able to get together whenever we want, and not have somebody that sits on a throne dictating how we have to live our lives. And I think over the last year, that should be more apparent than ever. And I think we're going to see a heck of a celebration this year. We have the right to get together. We have the right to celebrate and love this country. And we have the right to disagree with it at times. And I think that people should, if that's the case, but understand that we're all doing it for the right reasons. And that's for the future of this country and for the future of our children to be able to have that same opportunity. I think that's what really sits with me on the 4th of July, and how big it is and how encompassing.
Stanley, Mark, I couldn't have said it better. And those thoughts are just absolutely from the heart. And that's what you've done most of your adult life, is in service to this country, protecting it, giving yourself, watching your brothers fall down by your side, defending our country, defending our flag, and defending our people. My only prayer is that God should continue to bless you and your family with many more years of health and especially peace. And may God continue to bless the United States of America. Thanks so much, Mark.
Thank you, Charles. And thank everybody out there for loving this country.